You know, after Zach spent 7-8 hours working on my arm, we're gonna fling some arrows.
Did I hit it? Well, I almost hit the target.
The trigger release is just a little short on him for his hand. He's got some big old hands on him, big old paws. Other than that, I mean, he's got perfect form. I mean, I could see him being a natural at this. From when I was like 3 years old, I was telling my dad when I got older, I wanted to join the military. And you know, everything the military is what I grew up doing, like camping and shooting and PT and stuff. That was a big part of my life. And I was like, well, heck, I could do that in the Army, you know, for my country. Heck, that's the best job you could possibly ask for. And that's what made me really want to join the military. I'm retired Staff Sergeant J.D. Williams. I had 2 tours. I fought in Iraq and then in southern Kandahar, Afghanistan. I have no PTSD from war. Even after seeing myself blown to pieces, I had a hip replacement, you know, a triple amputee above knee, above elbow. The way I look at things now is I have a story to tell for my brothers, being a strong man like they want me to be, to live on for them. So I'm here in Waco, Texas. I'm about to link up with an awesome artist by the name of Zack, Lefty, Colbert, and see what kind of tattoo we can come up with.
My name's Lefty Colbert. Me and my wife own Infamous Inc. in the heart of Texas, Waco. You know, tattooing veterans is very, very special to me. My grandfather, he was in the Army. My father, he was in the Army, World War II and Vietnam. And they both came home to a public that wasn't the most accepting. And I figured the best way that I can show appreciation to the guys coming back now and what they're doing for our country is by teaching my kids that you walk up and shake their hands and tell them thank you. JD.
Lefty, how you
What's
doing,
up, man? Good. Welcome to Infamous,
Hey.
Waco, Texas, man.
Thank you so much. I'm a big fan of your work. Glad to be here.
Man, I'm honored to have you here. J.D. Williams, I kind of hate to admit it because it knocks off my cool points, but I fanboyed him. You know, I started checking him out, and this guy is like amazing.
I can't thank you enough for inviting me to come do this, and stoked about figuring out what we can come up with and making it happen. The first thing I noticed was all the awards he had on the walls, and I knew I was in good hands as soon as I walked in.
Well, you want to kick around some ideas about getting tattooed and
Yeah.
see where we go from there?
Yeah, let's
Perfect.
do it.
All right, cool. All right, brothers, so tell me a little bit about what you're thinking for a tattoo.
I was thinking like something along the lines of a Valkyrie. The day I got injured, my lungs collapsed and I'm about to die. And I remember as soon as we landed at Kandahar Air Force Base, this nurse I've never seen before in my life, beautiful nurse. And she says, JD, you're gonna be all right. From looking at records, it says Jack D. Williams. Nobody calls me JD. My buddies didn't even call me JDs because I was always Williams. When she said that to me, I died. The last thing they did was they cut my chest open and massaged my heart, and they said I was one out of 2,500 people to actually survive. I woke up in Germany 4 days later and got the whole spiel like, dude, you were dead for like 12, 15 minutes, and I have no brain damage. Like, God was really looking out for me that day. Being that this is my last arm left and I hunt with it so much, you know, what better place to put a Valkyrie on it right here on my left arm.
Yeah, man, we can put your protector down there. Absolutely, I love it, man. You know, we talked about this Valkyrie, and so I'm fired up. I'm about to go back and draw this and see if I can't blow his mind. So I was very tense. I was very just almost psyched out about it. I saw it as that my job here was so important, and what I needed to do for him was more than maybe what I've ever done in a tattoo. All right. I hope this is close to doing justice for what you want, man.
Dang, that is freaking awesome. The detail's amazing.
I fell in love with what I created for him. I wanted him to look down and know by looking at that tattoo how much his sacrifice meant to me.
You know, I was debating on getting it tattooed on my back or, you know, somewhere where it was hidden. But after seeing Zach's work, I was just kind of like, this is something I want to show off.
We decided to look at his arm and go there, and he was very apprehensive because he's got major damage to the back of his arm with a bullet hole, and he's got one arm. You know, I've got one shot.
I think this tattoo is something I can put on my left arm, my only limb, and be happy with for the rest of my life.
Went in, started just the initial shading and going into that. You know, typically when I do a design of this size, I estimate 4 to 5 hours. That's pretty standard for me when I'm doing black and gray work. You know, throughout the duration of this tattoo, it's like time just stopped and we were just hanging out.
So 2010, we were ramping up to go to Afghanistan, and one unit that I had the utmost respect for was this element known as the Mohawk Scouts. So I got selected day one of scout tryouts, and Operation Dragon Strike kicked off. And I ended up leading the largest military movement in Afghan history since Vietnam. We pushed into the village, and I noticed a wheelbarrow laying on this trail. So I halted my team right there next to that wheelbarrow, and I had no idea that I was standing in a kill zone. I look over to my 1 o'clock position, I see Taliban. I start lifting my rifle up, and they detonated a 152 round directly underneath me with an 80-pound bomb. They flew me to San Antonio, Texas, Brooke Army Medical Center at Fort Sam Houston. My biggest question was, would I be able to hunt again? Like, would I be able to do the things that I love outdoors again? And Texas gave me the vehicle I needed to go back out and hunt and do the things that I love. And if I knew if I could do those things, I could live the rest of my life a happy person.
You know, it's such a weird thing because, you know, you see he doesn't have legs, he's in a wheelchair. But his disability disappears when you're in his presence. You know, the tattoo's done now. You know, we're gonna roll him out there and let him check this thing out right side up, looking at him for the first time. All right, brother.
Dang.
Let's check it out.
The detail is just freaking amazing. It ended up taking 7-8 hours, but it was every second of it was worth it.
It had no redness, hardly any irritation whatsoever. It looked almost like a healed tattoo.
I mean, you could tell he actually poured his heart and soul into this, and I couldn't be happier with it. I mean, this is the best tattoo I've ever got in my life. Thank you so much, brother.
Absolutely, man.
Thank you.
Typically, I beat myself up about tattoos a lot, but I have a lot of pride in this one. And he gave me more in return than I think I was ever able to give him. I have a whole new outlook and appreciation for life. I'm Lefty Colbert. For more episodes like this, please subscribe to the USAA YouTube channel.